Hey there, welcome back to Scorpio Advisor channel. So today we're going to be doing another celebrity reading as promised. And I apologize if there isn't enough adequate light. I'm traveling this week, so the situation is going to be different. Yeah, so let's get started. We are going to be doing another Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber / Selena Gomez edition. I got a bunch of different requests for different readings around Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber, and Selena Gomez. So if you're getting a little tired of the storyline, don't worry. You know, like, I have other topics coming. It's just I'm doing it in order, okay? If you love these stories, then, well, this video is perfect for you, right? So, okay. So the topic today on that storyline is, how does Hailey Bieber feel about Justin Bieber's past with Selena Gomez? Okay, so we're gonna get more into the direct feelings, which is good because it was kind of hard to read her energy, as I've said in my other readings. So now we'll be able to get more clear cut into her energy. So, and when I was channeling, actually, I was kind of getting that she's tired of this narrative, you know, like, she's trying to, like, not care about this. She actually feels like the more people talk about it, it's like she's worried people getting in, like, Justin's head and making him think about her more than he already is. So that when I was channeling, I was getting that right away, okay? So let's start with my astro dice here. So I won't show it to you because it's kind of hard to show on the screen here, but I did get the 12th house. 12th house is a very secretive energy, and it's not like the 7th house. 7th house is more like open enemies, like you're aware of your enemies, but this could be also closed, you know, secret enemies as well. And it also talks about past life connections. So she could be aware that Justin has a past life with Selena Gomez. And it's also very like an introspection. 12th house also represents endings as well. So she's aware that it's over. Then we have the sign of Virgo, which is very an analytical, organized sign, and also the health sign. So there could be, she recognizes there's some like healing that's going on in that connection. And we have the moon, which also represents Cancer. So sometimes I also connect it in tarot, not astrology, in tarot to Pisces. So, which is interesting because, you know, Selena is a Cancer and Justin is a Pisces. So that's very interesting. But also the moon can bring in like big emotional like events. It can be also talking about childhood, where Justin and Selena, you know, like they met during their early childhood, and it can also talk about karmic stuff, right? So karmic stuff is really coming up here. So, okay, so I thought this theme card for the tarot was super duper interesting here. And I get the 10 of Cups here. So that's like emotional fulfillment. That's like happily ever after. And it kind of reminded me how people have said that like Hailey used to be a shipper of Justin and Selena. So how she feels about it is maybe she felt like they were a very solid like couple. Like she kind of like vied for their happily ever after. So maybe she still has love for she still has love for that relationship, for where it was in the past, which is kind of weird because she's married to him. I'm like, okay. So then we have cutting ties here. So this could be a feeling like she feels like they have cut ties, you know, like they're no longer involved in each other's lives. We get destroyed. Sorry if you can't see it very well. And maybe she recognizes that they're both kind of messed up from this connection, or there were a lot of mental health issues in this connection. Then she said it fake flexing. Okay. So I think also she feels a little intimidated by Selena Gomez in the past, and I'm getting this more of this energy, her trying to show off, her trying to look extra beautiful, extra glamorous, you know, just showing that she's living her most fabulous life, because she may be like, you know, a little insecure about that. Okay, so we have ghosted here. So that's disappeared, silenced, and ignored, and rejected. I think that kind of goes more into the cutting ties kind of thing. Okay, we have not enough, which it says frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. So that kind of confirms what I was saying, like the insecurity, right? Okay, and then we get distractions. Okay, so I think she also feels that maybe there wasn't a lot of love given. Like someone was always, you know, waiting for the other person, you know, that maybe someone else felt like they were a distraction. Okay. All right, let's look at additional messages. So again, I want to say that these are all her feelings about it. Doesn't necessarily have to be the real truth, like the real truth of Justin or the real truth of Selena. It's just how she feels. So keep that in mind. So we have the Hermit card. That's Virgo energy. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. I think she understands that, or she knows that someone here wanted to keep working on things, or maybe even still kind of like wanting to work for like a solution. I mean, we did kind of see Justin really wanting like some kind of resolution. So we have stripped and cleansed, and planning a secret escape. Okay. I mean, that kind of just goes with what I said, like wanting an opportunity, right? We have parenting and fulfilling a fantasy, but I think she does believe she is making him happy by being a parent. That was a fantasy of his. Low IQ. They lost their chance, or you did. she also recognizes that maybe like he does have some regrets about losing Selena. That is like apparent to her. We have stubborn, toxic people. So we have she thinks that maybe someone was more bossy and more stubborn. We're getting the Taurus energy here. I don't know if that's in anyone's chart, but and it's following like some bad advice here. So it could be that someone was in the wrong crowd and being stubborn towards this. Maybe being in the wrong crowd because of material influences, because Taurus energy can represent money. We have unfinished business, and we have wedding. But she does believe that they had unfinished business towards their connection. So that's why she was, you know, the one. There was extra energy with their connection. Okay. So we have soulmates. And I think also she is aware that he has unfinished business with Selena when she married him. So keep that in mind. Hammer. But she is aware that they have a certain connection and that someone is wanting to work on this, you know. Maybe I'm getting more of like a friendship vibe though right now, obviously. But I don't know if that's going to be allowed. Not that Haley wouldn't allow it. I'm just getting this energy of I don't care, you know, like whatever. So, okay, so more energies around the situation. Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, so that's Capricorn energy and fiery energy as well. I think she was very excited for this proposal when it happened, you know, for her, this new idea. I do think she is excited for Selena in terms of like her career as well. Okay, we have single bachelor and then single woman. Okay, so she might also feel like when Justin was single, maybe it seemed like Selena wasn't willing to commit to him. Okay, she wasn't willing to do the commitment. We have recording. And we have movie date. When this announcement was set, there was like a big, you know, like discussion on when they were gonna get married. I think there was like a rush with it. Confused. Queen rising. I think she was also maybe confused because maybe she also like looked up to Selena and like, you know, like maybe she was confused why he wouldn't choose her, you know, so confused by it. Sick and tired, and then pictures. I think there was a claim that it was completely done and he was done. Like, it feels like there was a separation with him and Selena, that he was done with like missing her, you know. Signs and synchronicities. So we have hookup. So let's see. Yeah, I feel like this is another sign that maybe like that what they had was just like casual, you know? Like it just didn't seem very serious to her. I mean, not that their bond wasn't serious, but she just felt like at the time, like it just felt casual. We have cassette and we have paradise. She does think about their connection. She does think they had a good time with each other, you know, for sure. And she didn't think it was going to be her. She didn't think it was going to be her. So this proposal came to a surprise, but it was a happy surprise. Additional influences. 6 of Cups. The 3 of Pentacles. So, okay, so this person, let's see. This feels like, yeah, someone still was like entertaining like a third party from the past and someone they had passed with. So I think this is, you know, Hailey acknowledging that. And we get wake up. Or it could even be she was the third party, right? Stable man. So I think she feels like he really was trying to figure out like how he can get his life together, right? So we have fake friends. We have worst nightmare. But there were issues, like there wasn't like a sincere friendship possibly, and there were drama here, creating stress issues. Jackpot, and we get too busy winning. Could have been someone was too busy focused on their career. We have cold shoulder. We have love affair. There could have, yeah, that's the third party acknowledgement. There could have been third parties involved. Or her acknowledging that, you know, like she was a third party or Selena was a third party. Party event here. Public. We have between the lines. So I think there's definitely things that, like hidden meanings that the public picks up on regarding this situation. So keys on a ring, many options, and then camera. So yeah, definitely it's acknowledging there were memories with Selena, but it was casual. And I'm picking this up from recent, like last time they were together, you know. Okay, so foundation, Six of Pentacles. The King of Swords. Okay. I think she feels that he decided to give to someone and making a very logical decision about it, not an emotional decision, and just a very logical and reasonable one. And that's what he decided. So we have liar. We have someone being set up. Okay. It could be someone believes that there was some like lying here. In a situation. Not sure what the setup means here. Okay. Red lipstick stains. We have divorce, breaking contract. This seems to indicate some kind of infidelity here, whether it's on Justin's side or Selena's side. And I don't know if this is confirming that Hailey was involved with Justin like during Selena's time with him at all. But it seems to indicate some kind of infidelity. Okay, boss here. And moving on. Regardless of the situation, Hailey recognizes that Selena decided to move on and focus on her career. Opposites attract, and we get unknown caller. I think, yeah, someone's realizing they're not compatible and just not picking up someone's calls. Okay, anxiety, liquid courage. So yeah, there's a lot of stress and someone having to make a decision. So I have healing heart, healing from heartbreak, mirroring each other's self-image, introspection. Okay. It almost kind of feels like Justin like proposed to her like right after, fresh from a breakup, like right away, and just trying to get his life together, but it was like really, really fresh and probably still dealing from the heartbreak of the ending of Selena. And I think since this is a reading about her feelings, she recognizes that. She knows that. So okay, let's look at past energies. So 7 of Wands here and the Queen of Swords. Okay. I think when there was competition from Selena, I think Hailey just decided to focus on her career, just been very withdrawn there. Strong female and fancy living. So yeah, she just kind of did her own thing, used to living a certain way. A situation's about to explode, and new beginning. She didn't expect this new beginning with Justin. She really didn't. I think kids could have been talked about in the proposal or after the proposal or something like that. So we have hooked. And we have same shit, different day. She was aware of his chaotic situation with Selena. hiding their true feelings, unemployed. Someone could have had issues with career, and maybe that's why they're focusing on career and just like hiding, like not pursuing this connection. We have mask and we have player. So I think maybe she felt like he wasn't being very honest, and that's why she also took a break from him before. And we have butterfly and we have chaser. So I think she really needed him to evolve. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so let's go into the subconscious. What's going on? So 9 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. Yeah, that kind of confirms what I was saying. Focusing on your career when there was a break here. And it could be acknowledging that Selena is doing that now. So we have forgiveness. Screams going for attention. I feel like also she feels like he's going to be more expressive about getting forgiveness from Selena. Keeping a promise, keeping you a secret. This definitely kind of feels like I feel like there could have been some overlap between Hailey and Selena with those cards. Like I was wondering it in the foundation, and now it's like keeping a promise, keeping you a secret right next to it. And with the 4 of Swords next to the 9 of Pentacles, where you're thinking and reflecting on something. There's definitely, I know she has said there wasn't, but I feel like I'm not entirely sure if that's true. There could have been something here. There could have been some overlap. Okay, cyberbully. Looking you up. She's definitely looked at her up. She's definitely had some issues with social media regarding Selena in the past. Contemplation. Crying and thinking of you. She definitely thinks about how like Justin's feelings, you know, about her. So we have regret, breakup. She does feel like he made a mistake in breaking up with her. She does kind of like feel that. I think she doesn't think that it doesn't mean that he doesn't love her. It's just a very much loss of a connection. And he didn't get much time to grieve it, to be honest. We have the Phoenix. And we have endings. Okay, yeah, there being an ending for reconnection. Okay, so near future could be what's going on right now. So we have the Hanged Man and the 5 of Wands. I think she's just kind of like letting go, letting be, letting God lead the situation. There is a very chaotic in the situation, but just kind of like letting things unfold as they are. We have overworked. There could be a masculine working really hard right now, and switching up. They may be Justin may be acting differently towards her right now for reasons unknown to her. Private relationship, watching stuff go down. There is like a lot of chaoticness, you know, with like the public, with their public relationship. I think she also worries like when he acts different, if it has to do with Selena too. So we have grudge holder and we have girl fight. Okay. So there's a masculine holding a grudge. There could have been a fight between Selena and Hailey. This could have been a confirmation. There could have been a fight regarding them. Whether it's a secret fight or it's a confirmed fight, and someone is holding a grudge against it. There could have been an argument. I mean, that kind of makes sense with the Five of Wands energy, right? Netflix and chill. Pop up. This talks about reaching out in person, about someone wanting to spend time with someone. Or this could be acknowledging that Selena is like seeing someone else. It was almost getting an invite, like there's an invite from Justin for them to be friends. Maybe that's what the argument was about. I don't know. Secret crush. And we have romantic feelings. Yeah, she feels... Oh, this may be... Okay. So we're showing a feminine here and then romantic feelings. So maybe she feels like Selena still has feelings for Justin. Or this is the other way this could be represented, and we'll find out in the cards. Could be that like Selena is his secret crush, right? Let's see what's going on. So we have engagement ring and taking a chance. So I think she also acknowledges that this was a risk someone took. This was a risk she took getting engaged with him, like getting in a serious commitment. Okay. Wow, a lot going on there. Okay, so subconscious, more of the subconscious. So we have the High Priestess and we have the Five of Swords. So there's a lot of secretive things going on, the thoughts, and someone also may be feeling like someone is being really immature and selfish and is possibly like hurting them both, you know. We have transition, and we have personality disorder. And it maybe Hailey may recognize that it's because they're having a hard time finding themselves or figuring out what they want. We got promiscuous, investigating. She may be trying to do some investigating work on him to make sure he's being loyal to her. Dusted off, extra triggered. So she does feel a little triggered by Selena's stardom right now. Literally, when I say that, I get envy. That is confirmation from Spirit. And then we get soul contract. Yeah, she's also jealous of their connection. She's jealous of their connection. And it also says hater here. And remember in my last reading, we got the hater energy. So that could be confirming that Hailey does hate on this connection a little bit. Intuition. So we have change. She definitely wants change and growth in this situation. I think she means like growth in, you know, like her marriage and him separating himself from this connection completely, acts, and having faith. So yeah, this is like, you know, being more supportive in her connection with the love here. Wanting to stop any, you know, like surprise communications. Okay, environment with the Three of Wands. And we have the Knight of Swords. So this definitely feels like about a collaboration coming, and even like a get together or communication, and it definitely kind of shakes up the dynamic and could cause an argument here. Playing with fire, karma, this feels like someone doing some immature behavior, under spiritual attack, and tired of drama. I think the masculine is really like having some problems, and he's trying to fight off this like conflict that he's under, looking for dirt. But I'm kind of feeling like he created the situation. So with a love triangle, yeah, someone's still having feelings for multiple choices and like investigating them. We have secretive, and then we have guidance. So someone trying to seek guidance regarding the situation, if they're sneaking around, if they're hiding things. Soulmate and heartbreak. It is acknowledged that he is going through heartbreak from this soulmate connection he had with Selena. Clock, and needs time to heal, and I like you. So needing time to heal from this situation, but it is causing a lot of problems. And I was seeing the fight again, and I was kind of seeing something that someone put out there. Okay, what's going to happen next? So we have the Knight of Wands, and the Star card, the hope and a wish, which kind of feels like a new opportunity, like someone wanting to do, or even someone needing healing from something someone was trying to do. We have always drunk, and someone needing to take care of their mental health. So maybe how they're dealing with the situation is drinking. Someone did say in the comments before that she was seen drinking. We get bad choices, and we get envy. Okay. Maybe the masculine is like kind of regretting his choices and thinking he's making a bad choice here, and feeling jealous. We have karmic friends. We have crying over you. Okay, crying over the competition. Mind games. No contact. Someone's still trying to be introspective of this. Generations, family, and having to make a decision because now they have a family. There is a child involved, right? Girl talk. And then meeting in front. So Hailey could be dealing with like meeting up with friends and talking about this, and he's still feeling upset and grieving his loss and feeling upset about it. And she's just trying to deal with like her mental health. So all the stuff I'm mentioning there, like she's aware of this. All the stuff she's aware of, okay? Because this reading is all about her feelings. Okay, so the final outcome. What's going on here? So we have the Magician and we have the Page of Wands. So I feel like there is going to be good news in terms of this trickery and this deception. The Magician can bring trickery and deception. So there is going to be some good news about this. Yep, and we get second chance. Okay. Tapping in energies, getting aligned. So I think it's not like she's going to be giving up on this connection. And I saw this already when I looked into their future energies of their marriage. If you guys haven't watched that video, you can go check it out in my videos. But I did see that they were going to be still like working on their marriage for a long time. So it makes sense that she would be giving him a second chance and being more open to him. We have busy schedule and we have coming in after you. So regarding whoever has a busy schedule, they are going to be coming forward, right? And we have wasting time. And then we have faking accounts. There may be like a time period where they're like not checking in with each other and maybe like spying on social media accounts, you know? Push and pull. And we have conflict resolution. Okay, there's definitely going to be power balances, power issues, but they are going to be coming to a positive outcome here. Musician, music, charmer, spiritual awakening. Since he is the musician, I would assume that this is talking about him and him going through some spiritual awakening and having some epiphanies about the situation. So we have unconditional love, kisses, and clarity and truth and revelations. So giving more love. So I don't know how he's going to resolve the Selena issues that I mentioned about like wanting to make things up to her or seeing her. Maybe he just decides to let it go. I know Selena's definitely letting it go in her energies. But that's just kind of what I'm seeing. And to sum it all up, I was seeing there was an argument, maybe if there was an issue with Selena not wanting to see him, or if there was an issue of Hailey not wanting them to, like have a kind of friendship. That could have been what the argument was about. Regardless, I did see there's going to be some time where they're going to be a little distant with each other, whether they're living together or not. I did see in a previous reading, though, that there's a possibility that Hailey might kick Justin out for a brief period. Could be a very short, brief period. So, but they are going to be working on their marriage for a long time, and I saw that in the marriage video. So it does look like they're going to be having a reconciliation with that, and if he had to sleep somewhere else, he does come back home, and they are going to be working it out. I don't know, like, it just kind of looks maybe a break from the Selena stuff, with the final outcome, but I wasn't like getting a lot about the future energies, with that. So, but anyway, that's what I'm seeing. If you guys have any interest in me looking at more deeply about Selena's feelings for Justin or future energies of Selena and Justin's relationship or connection, we can look in that. But it kind of looks already clear already that there's at least on Selena's, you know, there's going to be a letting go. And I will be looking at her current at her relationship. I have that down already on my list. So but let me know how much you guys if you guys like this video, if you resonate with anything at all. I always enjoy looking at your comments. And please, if you haven't subscribed and you watch these videos, please subscribe. It looks like a lot of people that watch my videos, there's still a big portion of you that hasn't subscribed yet. So but thank you to everyone else that have subscribed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Much love.